Hello there everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today I would like to take you through another makeup tutorial inspired by the gorgeous Revolution Extra Spice palette and a new Technic glitter palette I purchased recently from TKMaxx. And to start with, of course, as usual, I applied toner, serum and cream on my face, after which I used this Revolution Photo Ready primer as is simply amazing, and I used a bit of Urban Decay foundation both on my nose and on the chin area, and I was pleasantly surprised because it did not produce a cakey finish, so this was very fortunate and I really like this, so probably I'm going to use it again in the future. Next, of course, as usual, I had to use the L'Oreal Lash Serum for the lower lashes because in London, as you all know, we have got the hard water and we need some help with our lashes and hair. So if you are interested in this, check my video on 5 items I highly recommend. And although my eyebrows are rather thick, I have to apply the Anastasia eyebrow pomade for the sake of the video, on top of which later I'm going to apply some worn mascara simply to maximize the effect of the eyebrow. Now for the contrast, I'm going to use this eyebrow primer, which I highly recommend if you want to create a big contrast between your eyebrows and the makeup. As the primer is light, of course, it's going to create that gorgeous contrast and it looks very nice on camera and in real life. For this tutorial, I'm going to use 8 brushes, 3 large, 2 are for blending, as you'll see soon, and 5 precision brushes. And I will start by using the Revolution Extra Spice palette, from which I'm going to use the Sweet and Sour, which is an orange brown, and the chocolate orange, which is a darker brown, and Reputation, which is the black. I'll also be using briefly the Infinity, which is a light shimmer in silver. So I started using first the Sweet and Sour, which is the orange brown, and I applied with the large brush, and afterwards I'm going to use the fluffy brush for blending. This is an amazing color, and as you can see, a little bit goes a long way, so I highly recommend the Revolution Extra Spice palette. If they still have it on the shelf in Superdrug, I got some 8 palettes last winter up to I think February, because they were having a lot of offers and I couldn't resist. The colors are simply amazing. As you saw there, I already used the large fluffy brush for blending, and now I am applying the color called Chocolate Orange, which is a darker brown from the Revolution Extra Spice palette. And of course I'm going to use the same blending brush as for the previous color, because the colors are so rich. So although almost nothing is being dropped on the guides, which I put on the sides, as you have noticed there, and I tend to use these guides over and over again. This is one of my methods to create a very well-defined makeup. Now I started already using the color called Reputation, which is a very intense black, and although I used a small brush, straight away I realized how strong this color is, so I applied on both sides because it was more than enough, and I will start blending it with a large fluffy brush. Maybe you have noticed by now, this is the type of makeup I tend to use. I noticed other people, they apply more makeup in the middle part of the eye or towards even the inner parts, creating that kind of panda effect. I'm always wondering, what are you going to do, panda eyes? Well, for me, this is the makeup that works. I always apply this kind of makeup for elongated eyes. So I want to create that effect of elongated eyes because my eyes are droopy and hooded. So I'm trying to make sure that my eyes look raised by using that kind of raised, elongated kind of makeup. The next step is applying the concealer, because this is the area where I'm going to apply the glitter from the Technic palette. For this I'm using a small precision brush. I could not bear to use the stick from the Revolution concealer because it's very thick and creates a huge mess. So for this kind of precision makeup I prefer to use a small precision brush, and as you can see there, it looks rather great. One other method would be to apply another type of white, even a shimmer white, and instead of the Revolution I prefer to use the concealer. And as you saw there, I already started applying the Technic white glitter, which is really amazing. I got this palette from TKMaxx. I wasn't looking for more makeup, but I was impressed with the quality of the palette. All the colors are so amazing. For this I'm using a small precision brush, which is flat, and as you can see there, the results are simply amazing. I would like to talk to you about is the contrast between the eyebrows and the makeup. Lots of people do not talk about that, and although they have got some of them very young skins, they tend to do this and not inform you properly. So if you want to achieve a great makeup on camera, not only you have to have a great camera, you have to have great light. Which reminds me, this makeup is done in front of the window, so it's natural light, it is not artificial light, and they use so many tricks. And I notice lots of people are complaining, oh, you know, I can't achieve this kind of makeup. Well, of course you can't achieve it, because you are trying to achieve a kind of makeup that suits another person, doesn't suit you. And for contrast, use these tricks I mentioned to you here. Next step was to do, as I said, the blending, and afterwards I started using this Rimmel gold pencil, which I purchased at Beauty Base, and it's simply amazing. If you come across it, just purchase it. And of course I used the brown one, and I set it with another brown from the Revolution Extra Spice palette. Not too much, because I don't want my eyes to appear more hooded and droppier. And underneath the eyebrows I'm now applying a bit of that silver light in shimmer from, which is called Infinity, from the Revolution Extra Spice palette. And now I'm brushing the eyebrows to appear as thicker with a very worn mascara. I'm not even applying black, there's no black on that mascara, it's just like, you know, a tint up. And for the eyelashes I'm using NYX mascara, which I really love. Not too much on the lower lashes, because I said I don't want to have those droppy and hooded eyes even more. And in the end I'm going to apply the gorgeous Inglot eyeliner in black, which I got from Inglot in Miami during this summer, and I highly recommend it to you. If you are not into spending lots of money onto your eyeliners, they last like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they are so bad nowadays. So I prefer to buy something like this, and it lasts you forever. For this, of course, you need a brush, and I'm using a small flat brush here, which will need to be washed afterwards, otherwise the eyeliner will be drying the brush. And that's it really. I hope as ever all this information was of any help to you. Of course the makeup will be finalized with a set of fake lashes hanging on my eyes for dear life, as somebody said. Well, they hung on to everybody's eyes for dear life. It's one of those things. So I heard some girls, they put even like 2 sets of eyelashes, 3 sets here in London. So I tend to use this kind of makeup only in the evening if I'm going out. I never touch my eyebrows during the day because, as I said, they're very thick. This is the result of the camera. The camera makes well, it doesn't do me any favors. Well, it doesn't do me lots of favors, so even my eyebrows, they don't appear as thick. So as ever, I hope all this information was of any help to you. It helped you in deciding what kind of makeup suits you best. Don't run yourself down. Thank you for watching and have a very nice day. Bye!